Hey everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Okay, I'm sorry for the light energy. It has been a long day at work. And I really was excited to talk about the mold this morning, but I was like, I should have probably did it tomorrow. But then I was like, the new episodes come out tomorrow. And I really want to know real quick who you all think is the mole. I want to talk about this and try to figure this out because I have a theory and I just want to know if I'm right. Hey, Eric. Hey, Koki. I didn't know this show existed either. I saw it pop up on my Netflix and I remember it from back in the day. And I wasn't really a fan of the mole back in the day. And so I was like, it's the, Survivor on the challenge coming back. I ain't thinking about the mole. But then everybody on Twitter was talking about it, talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. I said, let me watch an episode and see what's going on since everybody is talking about it. And bam, if you watch one episode, you stuck. If you watch one episode and you're into any kind of competition reality show, you're stuck. And I was stuck. And I think I watched all 5 episodes in one weekend. And I've been in all the Twitter spaces and I just been talking about them all. I said, let me do something on my channel, see what everybody over here thinks, and then we're gonna ride on to the next 3 episodes tomorrow night. Or I guess y'all can watch them at midnight whenever they release them. On Friday, Koki, watch it. It is good. You will be entertained. It is good. Eric, you're not sure. Let's talk about it and let's put our theories out there. Off bat, everybody after every episode, when they do the test, because there's a test after every mission and somebody got to go home. Every week or every episode, I am wrong. The person who I think is the mole, they asses get up and leave the competition. I'm like, girl, you will lose this show. You will lose it every time. I mean, every person. If y'all haven't watched it, and you don't want to be spoiled, click off now because there's going to be some spoilers. But every person that I thought was the mole is gone. From O'Shea, Samira, Dom, down to Sandy. And I was ready to roast Sandy. Oh, I was ready to roast Sandy. But let's get into it, y'all. I didn't take no notes. Y'all know. Y'all know I ain't take no notes. I don't have time to take notes on 5 shows. And I've been working my ass off too. We going off the top of my head. If I forget something, put it in the chat. If it ain't that important, we ain't got to talk about it because I ain't going to talk about step by step. I'm just going to talk about the stuff that I thought was a highlight of the show. So we get to the beginning of the show. Everybody in the middle of the jungle, they got to find this airplane. It's time for mission 1. The cast is full of beautiful, diverse people. That's number 1. Hey, Andrew, if you're looking for a show with true diversity, and I don't mean everybody white and we got 3 black people, 1 Asian, 1 Latin, 1 Middle Eastern. No. No. This is diversity. It's a mixture of everyone, men, women, all nationalities. I love it. All personalities. I believe they said nobody on this show is an influencer. Like everyone has a career. Everyone is bringing something to the table playing these games. The cast, A1. A1. I love the cast. Angie. Oh, yeah, I'm doing Ostella tomorrow. I wanted to talk about the challenge and Survivor so bad today. But if you all don't know, it's year-end close in the accounting world in my organization. And we have a fiscal year close that ends September 30th. So that's the busiest part of my work year. That's what I get paid the big money for. So I'm busy. I'm drained. So I said, no, I'm going to leave Ostella on Friday and just talk about the mold today. So tomorrow we will be talking about Survivor and episode 1 of the challenge. And ooh, Just know I'm in love with the challenge. They draw me in every season to let me down halfway through, but right now I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10 for the challenge. We're going to talk about it. The show is very diverse compared to the original. I really don't remember the original that much, but it's very diverse. It's great. You love the glam. I think it's the braids. I think it's the braids, but I do like a bohemian vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's get into the show. Episode 1, they go off in 3 teams: the high team, the low team, and the water team. They have to, the premise of the show is to complete these missions for cash. You're trying to win cash at the end of the day. There's one person, hey Charles, that's the mole, implanted to try to make the team lose as much money as possible. You don't know who the mole is, but you got to figure it out. You don't know if the mole is working with you or somebody else. We got to figure it out. So they go on to look for this money. The uptight high team had to get something out the sky. They used pulley ropes, whatever. Avery volunteered to go up first, but she couldn't untie the knots. Some people thought that was sketchy. I didn't think it was sketchy. My ass wouldn't have been able to do it, but the water team had to get in the water and look for their box. To me, the water was the easiest because you wander around in the river a little bit, bam, there go a big red box. And then we don't know what the ground team, if it was that easy or hard, because they never found their location. But mind you, Joy, who is a pilot, an airline pilot, was in charge of the map because she was like, I fly airplanes. I could read a map. No, ma'am, you can't. And I'm gonna jump around. Every mission Joy has been in that has involved a map, she has gotten the mission failed. Yes, Andrew. The Mole is on Netflix. The first 5 episodes are out. If you have time, I don't know what your work schedule is like, but if you have time, you could easily watch those 5 episodes tonight, and the next 3 drop tomorrow. But Joy pretty much lost it for her team. They made a little bit of money along the way. You could gamble, if you want a clue. To me, the mole ain't nothing but a life-size escape room. It ain't nothing but a life-size escape room. And my ass loses at escape rooms every time I go. Every time I go to an escape room, I need a clue, a whole bunch of clues. And sometimes just come let me out because I ain't gonna figure it out. So this isn't the show for me. I'm gonna lose every time. But for the most part, what I thought was strange, they come back to the plane. Everybody goes to sleep. They got to set up their campground. In the middle of the night, Will, who was like the Thor looking one, he's handsome, but everybody on the show looked good. Everybody on the show looked good. A lot of eye candy. He steals some of the money for a secret mission to double it if don't nobody catch him stealing it. So my eye is on Will because I don't trust these secret little missions either. Because what you doing stealing the money, and why wasn't anybody up looking at him stealing the money? I don't know. But that was episode 1. At the end of episode 1, my eye was on O'Shea because he's in the download team. The whole time he complaining. He don't know what's going on. But he ain't looking at the clue in the bag either. So I'm like, he the mole because he could have looked at the clue. But nope, O'Shea went home. Yeah, he went home. I'm good at escape. Charles, this the show for you. This the show for you. If you good at escape rooms and missions, this is the show for you. But you have to beware because it's somebody trying to sabotage you. If I skip over y'all comments about the challenge, save them for tomorrow, because if I start getting off on a tangent, y'all know how I do. We'll be talking about the challenge, and I'm trying to save it for tomorrow. So if I skip over, that's why. It's like the Saw mixed with a literal escape room. It is a little bit like Saw too. Yeah, it's too much. The next little mission was, oh, how you get eliminated. If you haven't watched it, this is how you get eliminated. At the end of each mission, you take a quiz on who you think the mole is. And whoever does the worst on the quiz, they just got to get up and go. They can't give nobody a hug, a handshake. They can't even say, see y'all later. I'm sorry. They just got to get up, go, go. So O'Shea failed the quiz. And to me, the strategy with the quizzes, if you don't know who the mole is, put a little bit on everybody. You got to average it out. You can't just pick one person, because if you put all your chips on one person and you wrong, you going home. So it's best to guess a little bit on everybody. And it's stupid questions, because it's a social game as well, because you got to get to know people. You got to know their birthday, their eye color. Do they have any pets? Do they have any siblings? It's a lot of personal questions you have to know on these quizzes. So you have to be social. It's too much. It's too much thinking for me. It's too much thinking for me. You got to look at every little thing and see if it's sabotage or if they just suck at the game. Put it in the chat real quick, because it's too many challenges. The next one was an escape room in a jail cell, and it was 3 teams. Dom and Casey were captains, where if they take, and mind you, the missions only be like an hour. I was like, they only got an hour. They got 30 minutes. I would fail every mission. I would fail every mission. The original show with Anderson Cooper was whack. I don't remember the original, because I don't remember Anderson Cooper being on it. This one isn't whack. Charles, are you watching The Mole? Like, it's not whack at all. It's very entertaining. Maybe it's entertaining to me because I'm not that familiar with it, but I like it. Now, they in this jail cell or old prison yard. They got to escape. It's 3 teams, identical prison setups. You got to escape. I'm thinking the green on the green screen isn't really a good idea. I have to remember that for next time. Don't wear green on the green screen, because it's like really patchy. But Anderson is whack. I ain't a fan of him. And Kessie just bad at everything, or is she the mole? A lot of people think Kessie is the mole. Let me tell y'all off top who I think the mole is. I think Joy is the mole. I know Joy is like playing like she the mole to throw people off her scent, but I think Joy is doing reverse psychology. Like, Joy is making people be like, I suck at the game. I'm so bad. Ha ha. I'm the mole. I'm losing all the money. But she want people to think, oh, she obviously not the mole because she suck, because she the mole. I don't know. It's not that much sucking in the world to me. It's not. You can't be. Airline pilots are intelligent. They go through a lot of education, a lot of flight hours. It ain't that much dumb in the world. It ain't that much dumb in the world. So Joy to me is the mole. In the escape room thing, the jail cell, she wasn't doing too good at that. She couldn't help her team get out the jail cell. Now, mind you, Samira was on a team with Will, and one of the keys was right outside one of the prison doors. And she was across the thing, and she was talking about, that ain't no key. That looked like a hair scrunchie. And I'm like, girl, me and my contacts could have saw that wasn't no hair scrunchie. Like, so I said, okay, Samira the mole. But of course, Samira wasn't the mole. She went home. I'm really trying to analyze this thing. Like, if Joy isn't the mole, I really don't know who is. After that, they did... I should have took notes because they got too many challenges. But let's fast forward to the one thing that kind of made me mad. They had one challenge where the host, they say the hosts are like news anchor people because they are kind of dry. Like she kind of very Julie Chen-ish or Chin Moves, whatever Julie's name is. She's very dry, like no excitement to the, you know, taking their money, giving them money. It's like real dry. But it was something where they told everybody, Busy, you think Joy is the mo? I think Joy is the mo too. Like she playing, it ain't that much dumb in the world. Joy is the mo. And this is why they put on the desk little pamphlets that you could read and get everybody's information so you could take the quiz at the end. So if you look at it, your whole team lose $10,000. And they said integrity will be rewarded, whatever. If you don't look at it, you get whatever. I don't, it's too much to explain. It's too much to explain and I ain't take notes. But the point of it is you're not supposed to look at it if you want the 10K. So, of course, Greg looked at it and Avery looked at it. And my good eyeballs are on Avery too. Like, if Joy ain't the mole, I'm still looking at Avery and I'm kind of looking at Will. Those my top three right now. So, Greg and Avery looked at it. They lost the 10K. Now, if you didn't look at it, you got a chance to gamble the team's money. I believe they had 28K and some change. And so if you gamble the team's money, you could pick who you think looked at the pamphlet. And if you get it right, you could be exempt from the quiz, which means you can't go home, but you wiping out the team money. Most people gambled on it. They gambled $1,000 here, $3,000 there. I seen one person gamble, I think 8,000, 15,000. I don't even remember the host name. She's so dry. I'm gonna have to try to remember her name next time, tomorrow when I watch it. She said Joy gambled $25,000. The way Dom got up and looked like he wanted to slap fire out of Joy, but then he was like, "Oh, I'm a man and we on camera. Let me sit back down." That's how I was at home. I was like, "Bitch, all the money? You want to gamble all the money?" Joy gambles $25,000. She picks right. Greg did pick the document, so she's safe. And she looking at everybody else like, "Well, shit, you should have gambled 26. I don't know what to tell you." Joy is the mole. Like an average person who wants to win the game and have some money at the end of the game isn't going to wager damn near all of it. To me, that was the biggest thing. And then it's another exemption, the cliffhanger for the fifth episode. You got to sit up and eat spicy food, drink apple cider vinegar, and pretend like you have regular food. The way Joy sat up there and ate that food, like she was at Ruth's Chris, like she was drinking a good old lemonade. I said, she too good at lying. She's too good at lying. I don't know. I think Joy is the mole. Now, my eyes on Avery because Avery, she did peek at the document. She lost the team 10,000. She was carrying some kind of water tank one mission and she just dropped the tank and was like, "Fuck that. I ain't carrying no more tanks. Y'all can come back and get it if y'all want to." Yes, Ruth's Chris, she was eating that food like it was a good old steak and potatoes. I was like, because everybody else you could kind of see they tail. Joy doesn't have a tail. And look, I could tell you right now, I need to know what airline she flies on because I'm not getting on it. I can't take a chance that she ever be my pilot because I don't know which direction she gonna go. I know they kind of say them planes be on autopilot, but I just don't trust her in her profession if she's not the mole. Because she can't guide you nowhere. She can't guide you across the street. So I just don't trust Joy. I don't trust Joy at all. Now, last I have Will. Now, some people think Jacob is the mole. I've kind of been interacting with Jacob on Twitter because a lot of these people are on Twitter and they can't really say nothing and they be dropping hints. And I told Jacob, yeah, I'm looking at you. I ain't forgot about you, Jacob. And he kind of laughed and was like, yeah, so a lot of them want to be interactive on Twitter. Um, Jacob did miscount that money. And I'm like, if you can't count $50 in ones, you a dummy. I mean, we learned how to do that in what, third grade? We know how to count 51s. So that was mole like. I think some people are pretending to be the mole to throw people off. But you throwing me off at home too, because I'm like, I'm trying to play along, but you said Jacob's last name is Hacker. It reminds me of Big Brother when they had that hacker comp. I don't know. I don't know. But who else? Put it in the chat. Who else y'all think is the mole? Because I'm telling you. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I can't forget Sandy before I get off of here. So there was, of course, Dom went home one week. He went home the week. Joy lost $25,000. He took the quiz and he went home. So the next day, Dom is in some mysterious car and he could radio in and he was like, if y'all answer the questions for me and help me get back in the game, I could help y'all win some more money. And here come, I believe is it Pranav? Forgive me if I get y'all names wrong. It ain't no disrespect. But Pranav gave the answer. He was like, my favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, he wrote Philly off. Then he said, okay, Sandy, your question. And Sandy was like, I don't want Dom back in the game. He can't come back in the game. And this one, I lost my mind because all the black people was like, no, let's answer the question. We want Dom in the game. And then slowly, all the non-black people was like, we don't want Dom. And then here come Pranav. Yeah, I don't want Dom in the game. I'm like, Pranav, you already gave your answer, so you really ain't got no vote because you done already said Philly. So I was kind of pissed. I'm like, Sandy, bitch, we ain't seeing you episodes 1 through 3 because I think this was around episode 4 when this went down. I said, Sandy, you ain't been present episodes 1 through 3. How dare you come on the screen and say, no, you don't want Dom back in the game? I said, bitch, when you go home, I hope don't nobody want you to come back in the game. I was really pissed at Sandy. I was going off on Twitter. I was like, I can't wait for Sandy to go home. But guess what? I knew she was the mole. I knew she was the mole right there. I said, Sandy the mole. I said, yeah, this bitch the mole. She don't want Dom to come in and be like, I knew that bitch was the mole in the first place. She ain't want none of that. But guess what? Sandy went home next. And I said, that's what you get. That's what you get for not being helpful, not showing grace. Dom didn't deserve to go home. Joy deserved to go home, but see, Joy is the mole, so Joy can't go home. Y'all gonna try to get Joy to go home all 10 episodes, and we gonna watch. Angie told you, reverse psychology. That's what it is. Reverse, like in Uno, reverse. So Sandy went home. I was kind of pissed off at Sandy for that, but other than that, like, it's really good. Like, I liked the challenge where the teams were in 2 different rooms, and the host lady, I really got to learn her name. The host was like, y'all stand by these phones, but y'all could try to figure out the password all y'all want to, but 2 people got to be by the phone at all times. But if y'all don't figure out the password, y'all can get a little bit of coins in y'all bank account, and y'all know y'all need some coins because old girl done stole them all or lost them all. So don't hit the button and get your coins, or if you hit the button first, your whole team is exempt from the quiz. And so I'm thinking, I don't know. It could just be me. Put it in the chat if you agree or not. All these challenges that they doing seem very hard, but you only sitting up here doing it for $2,000, $5,000, and y'all getting ready to have Squid Games for 4.6 million. But over here on the mole, we breaking our back for a little bit of change. 5,000 here, 3,000 there. Like these missions need to be 20, 30,000 each, 50,000. The grand prize need to be a good 250. I feel like we doing too much for this little bit of change. So me, Alex Wagner. Okay, thank you, Charles. Alex. So Alex told them, the buttons. So for me, Angie, I would kind of be like Dom, and that's kind of why I like Dom, because he was about making the money. I always want to make the money. We ain't got to hit this buzzer. Take your chance with the quiz. But if y'all keep hitting the buzzers, losing the money just to be safe, you gonna win the game and go home with $2,000, and you could have made that a week at the job. I don't know. I don't know how much money people make, but I feel like $2,000 you could have stayed at home and did that. You could have hustled up $2,000. But I don't know. But I was mad that the team that was lying to the other team about, oh, we all in the room. What y'all doing? And see, I'm mad at the other team. Greg held the phone the whole time, and he made the other team pass the phone around the room to make sure everybody was in the room. But y'all didn't require that of the other team to the second time around. And y'all probably could have hit the buzzer first. Is that when Dawn went home? I ain't take notes, y'all. But again, I'm not going to talk too long tonight. I just really want to chat with y'all and kind of see what y'all thought about the mole. DM Rocks, you think it's Will too? Yeah, those are my top three. Joy, Avery, Will. We shall see. Thank you, Charles, for telling me the host name. Alex Wagner. I'm going to remember that. It should be more money offered. I agree. You got us hiking in the desert, breaking out of jail cells, scuba diving. We doing all this stuff for a little piece of change. And half the time, y'all don't even win the money. Did you see the mission where they had to run 7 miles? 7 miles, and what he say, 90 minutes? Is that doable? 90 minutes to run 7 miles? That seemed kind of hard. That seems very hard to me. And they was getting mad at Avery because she was jogging and walking. I'm like, y'all really want her to run 7 miles in 90 minutes? I don't know. Your girl Angie couldn't have did it. We definitely losing that mission. But then I wouldn't have volunteered to be on the running team. But a lot of the missions seem extremely hard. So you already got somebody sabotaging, and it's extremely hard. Squid Games, IP, is that in principle? Squid Games in principle brings the people. Nobody cares about the mole. I care about the mole now. I do. 4.6 million is a lot of money to be coming over here giving out $2,500, $2,500 here, $3,000 there. I'm in my 20s and that's a far run. Oh, intellectual property. You got to type it out, Charles. I don't be knowing these acronyms. I said in principle. I'm a mess. I am a mess. It's been a long day. I need to relax. The dog is downstairs barking. I need to let him in. I'm not going to hold y'all long because 5 episodes is a lot to talk about. And come tomorrow when I watch it, I'll try to take more notes so I can remember more. But I just kind of wanted to know who y'all thought was the mole was. So with that, tomorrow night is Ostella. Ostella, we're going to talk about the challenge. I can't wait to talk about the challenge. It was a great episode for me. And we're going to talk about last night's episode of Survivor. Survivor is good, But nothing really exciting happened on Survivor. So we probably will talk about Survivor first, get that out the way, then we're gonna deep dive into the challenge because I got so much to say about the challenge. I can't wait. Oh, and it's Friday. But I am gonna work on Saturday, but I don't have to be on their schedule Saturday. So I'm gonna have some drinks tomorrow. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna have some drinks tomorrow. Still gonna go to work Saturday, and then I'm gonna have some drinks Saturday too. I'm drinking all weekend because I'm telling you, I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't wait till tomorrow either, Andrew, because these have been some good episodes. I haven't been waiting. You haven't been watching either of those shows. I know, Charles, but you know I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. I'm still gonna talk to you about it and try to convince you to watch it. So y'all have a good night. I'm gonna get some rest. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night for Ostella. Remember, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I forgot to put my graphic up because I'm trying to dedicate all of my videos to breast cancer awareness in the month of October. So please be aware of that. Check your body, get your mammograms. Also, like the video for me, please. I will be back to review the rest of the mold, and not really review the rest of the mold, but we're going to talk about the rest of the mold to see if we can guess right before that 10th episode. And hit subscribe. Your girl reviews everything. We have a good time over here. Until tomorrow night, run to the liquor store, grab your Ostella, get ready. See you tomorrow. Bye.